Every year, 1 in 4 Americans over 65 will fall, risking an injury that can end their independence or their life. Yet, in Japan, millions of elders in their 80s and 90s move with a strength and confidence Western doctors envy. Their secret is a 5-minute ritual broadcast, nationwide every morning since 1928. It's simple, social, and clinically proven to reduce falls by over a third. Yet almost nobody outside Japan seems to know why it works so well. So what makes this tiny daily effort such a powerful shield against decline? In 1928, as Japan entered a new era under Emperor Hirohito, a simple idea took hold in the halls of the Ministry of Communications. Officials at the Postal Life Insurance Bureau, inspired by American radio exercise broadcasts, set out to create a daily health ritual for the entire nation. Their goal was ambitious: deliver a 5-minute routine that anyone could follow, from school children to factory workers, to elders in distant villages. The program, known as Radio Taiso, made its debut on public radio that same year, its launch timed to coincide with the emperor's enthronement and a wave of national optimism. Every morning at 6:30, the familiar chimes and piano chords signaled the start of the broadcast on NHK, Japan's national public broadcaster. The exercises were designed to be short enough to fit into even the busiest day, yet accessible for all ages and physical abilities. The format was clear and repetitive, with a cheerful announcer counting out movements and a simple melody guiding the pace. This was not just a fitness trend or a fleeting campaign. It was a public health initiative backed by the full weight of government and media. From the start, Radio Taiso was more than just a set of calisthenics. It was a partnership between the Postal Life Insurance Bureau, the Ministry of Communications, and NHK, each playing a role in shaping the routine and ensuring its reach. The program's creators believed that a healthy population was a national asset, and daily exercise could serve as a kind of insurance policy for the country's future. The broadcast quickly expanded from Tokyo to the rest of Japan, reaching rural towns and remote islands through a growing network of radio towers. By the end of its first year, Radio Taiso had become a shared experience, uniting millions of listeners in synchronized movement before the day's work began. The 6:30 slot on NHK became a fixture, protected by policy and tradition, and the 5-minute ritual settled into the fabric of daily life. In the decades that followed, this simple broadcast proved remarkably resilient, surviving war, occupation, and sweeping social change, always returning to its core promise: a few minutes each morning, devoted to strength, balance, and the quiet power of routine. In parks across Japan, the day begins before sunrise. Small groups gather quietly, some in matching hats, others in simple street clothes. The air is filled with a gentle anticipation as neighbors greet each other, roll out mats, and line up side by side. At exactly 6:30, a familiar melody floats from a portable radio or a speaker set on a park bench. For many, this is not just exercise. It is a cherished ritual, a daily anchor that ties generations together. Children once received summer attendance cards, collecting stamps for every morning they showed up. That tradition continues, but now it is elders who carry the habit forward. The cards have become a symbol of commitment, a quiet record of effort and belonging. In some neighborhoods, volunteers hand out stickers or small tokens as encouragement. These simple tools of accountability, combined with the presence of friends and family, help keep attendance high year after year. Saito-san, age 78, stands near the front of the group. He has attended Ragio Taiso every morning for over 30 years, rain or shine. When asked why he never misses a session, he smiles and says it is easier to keep going when everyone is waiting for you. His words echo the experience of millions. The promise to show up is not just for personal health, but for the community. After the music ends, the group bows, folds their mats, and lingers for tea or conversation. Grandchildren sometimes join their elders, making the circle wider. In these shared moments, the routine becomes more than physical movement. It is a living tradition, woven through daily life, offering strength, connection, and purpose well into old age. Maria stands at the center, ready to guide the routine. The first movement is ankle rotations and flexes. Sitting tall in a sturdy chair, she lifts her right foot and slowly circles the ankle 10 times clockwise, then 10 times counterclockwise. She switches to the left, repeating the gentle circles. Next, she flexes her toes up and down 20 times. This simple action wakes up the lower legs, improves circulation, and helps prevent morning stiffness. For those who prefer standing, a hand on the chair offers steady support. These small motions train balance and keep ankles flexible, which is vital for safe walking. The second movement is knee lifts paired with arm swings. Maria stands, her left hand resting on the chair back. She lifts her right knee to a comfortable height while swinging her left arm forward, then lowers and alternates sides. 20 repetitions in total, moving at a steady pace. This exercise activates the hip flexors and core muscles, which are essential for climbing stairs and stepping over obstacles. Swinging the opposite arm adds a coordination challenge, supporting both balance and brain health. If balance feels uncertain, keeping both hands on the chair is encouraged. Next, come heel raises. Maria stands behind the chair, fingertips lightly touching for balance. She rises up onto her toes, holds for 2 seconds, then lowers slowly. Each repetition works the calves, which play a key role in stabilizing every step. She completes 15, then 20, counting each one aloud. Strong calves are the body's shock absorbers, protecting against sudden stumbles. For those with unsteady balance, performing the movement seated is a safe option. The fourth movement is sit-to-stand practice. Maria sits near the edge of a sturdy armless chair, feet flat on the floor. She leans forward, presses through her heels, and stands up without using her hands if possible. Then she lowers herself back down with control. She repeats this 10 times, pausing between each repetition. This exercise targets the quadriceps, the large muscles at the front of the thigh. Studies show quadriceps strength can decline by about 40% between ages 50 and 80, so maintaining this ability is crucial for independence. The final movement is side leg lifts. Maria stands with the chair at her side, holding on for support. She lifts her right leg out to the side, 6 to 12 inches, keeping her toes facing forward, then lowers with control. 10 repetitions, then switches to the left. This movement strengthens the hip abductors, important for keeping balance during sideways movements and reducing the risk of falls to the side, the most dangerous direction for hip fractures. Each exercise can be modified, and the routine is designed to be safe for all fitness levels. With practice, these 5 minutes build the foundation for stronger, steadier legs at any age. Maria begins her 30-day commitment with a simple promise: 5 minutes every morning, no excuses. The first week is about building trust with your own body. Each movement is performed with the support of a sturdy chair, focusing on slow, careful form. 10 sit-to-stands, heel raises, and side leg lifts, each repetition counted aloud. The goal is not speed, but consistency. By the end of 7 days, the routine becomes familiar. Muscles remember the rhythm, and balance feels a little steadier. In week 2, Maria challenges herself to rely less on the chair. She stands taller, letting go with one hand, then just a fingertip. Repetitions increase. Sit to stand goes from 10 to 12. Heel raises from 15 to 20. The movements flow more smoothly, and confidence grows with each completed set. If balance wavers, the chair is always within reach. Maria marks her progress on a calendar, a visible record of effort and improvement. Week 3 introduces a new challenge. Light ankle weights, no more than 1 or 2 pounds, strapped on if comfortable. The added resistance turns familiar motions into fresh work for the legs and hips. Maria lifts her knees a little higher, rises onto her toes with more control, and feels the difference in her calves and thighs. For some, this is the week when strength gains become noticeable. Standing up from the chair feels easier, and walks around the neighborhood require less effort. In the final week, Maria completes the full routine without support, moving at a brisker pace. Ankle weights stay on for all 5 movements, and repetitions reach their peak. The routine, once unfamiliar, is now a natural part of the morning. Maria's pledge to herself is visible in her steadier steps and the satisfaction of a promise kept. The protocol is designed for gradual progress, allowing every participant to find their own pace and celebrate each small victory. Over 30 days, the routine becomes not just a habit, but a foundation for lasting strength and independence. Every movement in Raggio Taiso is carefully chosen to activate the systems that keep us upright and moving. When Maria circles her ankles or flexes her toes, nerves in the skin, muscles, and joints send a flood of information to the brain. This sense, proprioception, acts like an internal GPS, letting the body know exactly where each limb is in space, even with eyes closed. With age, these signals can fade, making it easier to stumble or lose balance. Regular practice keeps these pathways sharp, helping the brain respond quickly to sudden changes in position. Standing knee lifts and arm swings do more than build muscle. As the body shifts weight from one foot to the other, the inner ear's vestibular system is called into action. Tiny canals filled with fluid sense movement and send instant updates to the balance centers of the brain. These rapid adjustments are essential for walking on uneven ground, stepping off curbs, or recovering from a slight trip. By repeating these motions daily, the body learns to coordinate muscle contractions and balance reactions more efficiently. Heel raises and sit-to-stand drills focus on the large muscles of the legs, calves, quadriceps, and hip stabilizers. When these muscles contract, they generate force and support, but they also provide vital feedback to the nervous system. Muscle fibers stretch and shorten, pressure shifts across the soles of the feet, and the brain receives a detailed map of every movement. This constant stream of sensory information is what allows a person to stand up from a chair, walk confidently, or correct a wobble before it becomes a fall. The science is clear. Activating these systems together, muscle and balance, creates a foundation for safer, stronger movement at any age. Tokyo's leading geriatric researchers set out to test Raggio Taiso's real-world effects, enrolling hundreds of seniors in a year-long study. Each participant kept a daily log, tracking every session and any slips or stumbles. The results were striking. Those who practiced the 5-minute routine every day experienced 35% fewer falls than the control group. Muscle strength, measured by the number of times participants could rise from a chair in 30 seconds, climbed by 20% over just 12 weeks. Gait speed and balance scores improved as well, showing that the benefits extended beyond the exercise hour and into daily life. Not a single injury was reported during the study, an outcome that stands out in fall prevention research, where even gentle routines can sometimes cause overexertion or missteps. Dr. Tanaka, who oversaw the project, says that what surprised the team most was the consistency. Older adults of all fitness levels improved, not just the fittest. The daily repetition, even at low intensity, built confidence and resilience against falls. For many participants, the biggest change was not just physical strength, but the ability to walk outdoors, shop, and socialize without fear of losing balance. These results have made Rajio Taiso a model for safe, scalable fall prevention, one that delivers measurable gains in strength and mobility while keeping risk nearly zero. For Japan's elders, the data confirms what tradition has long promised. A few minutes each day can make the difference between frailty and independence. Before beginning any new exercise, a few simple precautions can make all the difference. A sturdy chair with a solid back is essential. Never use a chair with wheels or a folding seat. Shoes should have non-slip soles, or, if practicing at home, grippy socks on a flat, uncluttered floor. Clear the area of loose rugs, cords, or anything that could catch a foot. Good lighting is important, especially for early morning sessions or dim corners. For those with balance concerns, keep a chair or countertop within arm's reach throughout the routine. If dizziness, joint pain, or shortness of breath appears at any point, it is best to pause and rest. The exercises are designed to be gentle, but every body is different. People with recent surgeries, unstable blood pressure, or a history of fainting should consult a clinician before starting. Practicing with a friend or family member nearby can add both safety and encouragement. These small steps help ensure the routine remains safe and enjoyable, allowing each participant to focus on movement, not worry. Tracking progress is as important as the exercises themselves. At home, 2 simple tests offer a clear window into improvement: the timed sit-to-stand test and the gait speed test. For the sit-to-stand, set a timer and count how many times you can rise from a chair and sit back down in 30 seconds, arms crossed if possible. Most older adults start with 8 to 10 repetitions. Gains over time show stronger quadriceps and better functional strength. For the gait test, measure out 4 meters in a hallway or yard and time how long it takes to walk the distance at a comfortable pace. An increase in speed, even by a few tenths of a second, reflects real gains in balance and walking ability. Record these numbers on a calendar or progress card each week. That simple habit turns small changes into visible milestones. These simple measures, used by researchers in Tokyo and clinics worldwide, transform daily effort into tangible results. Proof that each morning's practice is building a stronger, steadier foundation for independence. Today, leg strength fades for millions as years advance, but it does not have to. A 5-minute ritual, proven to cut falls by 35%, turns prevention into daily practice. As health systems strain and lifespans stretch, the simplest habits yield the greatest returns. In movement, community, and consistency, longevity is not luck. It is a choice we make, one step at a time.